Happy New Year. Welcome to Lovin Sheila, the podcast. I believe it's episode 24. And I hope this year has been as good for you as it has been for me. And I'm declaring it by faith that it is a great year. Good things are happening. Happiness is in store. And we're beginning a new direction with Lovin Sheila. This is in the past I had the pursuit of happiness and there were different stages to it. And this is this part and this is that part. And so I'm going to call this the part where we have arrived, where we're happy. And I look at, I look at my morning today. I woke up and I went hiking and I went shopping and I got these flowers and what else? I listened to music and I made breakfast and, it just really felt good. And I just couldn't stop listening to all these old songs from when I was growing up. And I said, wait a minute, I even found myself dancing and so forth. And I was like, this must be happy. And so I'm going to embrace it. Like we're entering into the stage of happy and where things feel good and it's not coming from a place of sorrow or anything like that. And so we're just focusing on our happiness. And one of the things that I saw as I was like scrolling, I saw this thing that says, I got you is a love language. And it resonated with me. And we all know the love languages, the 5 love languages, I believe: acts of service, touch, words of affirmation, quality time, and gifts. And we all know those to be actual love languages. But I feel like I got you is a bit of a love language because, at least for me, I can say, as I look back at my life, I realize most important factor, I don't think it's just how much I love you, how much I care for you, but I feel like a large part of it is how much I trust you, because trust is such an important factor. And if you're going to give your heart to someone, or if you're going to put anything in someone's hands, you have to trust them. And so if someone can say, I got you, and it resonates in your soul and in your spirit, and you actually feel like they have you, and you can place your heart in their hands, or you can place your money in their hands, or whatever the case may be, I believe that's a love language, and it allows a person to be free and to be open and, just to trust. And that's what trust does. And so I would say that I got you as a love language because it opens up trust. And I believe it's impossible to have any type of relationship, a business relationship, a friendship relationship, a romantic relationship, if trust is not a cornerstone of the relationship. What do you really have? Because if our relationship is only as strong as when I have you in my hands, or when I can see you, or if I can track you, then how strong is the relationship? And so I think it's very vitally important that we are able to know that when a person is in your grasp, in your eyesight, across the globe, whatever it may be, that you can trust them and that they have you. And even if that means it's your heart, like, I'm not going to break your heart. I'm not going to stomp on your heart. I'm not going to do anything that would damage our relationship. I got you. I'm going to be careful with how I treat you. So, that's really where I've been, is just thinking about that and what it all means and how significant it is. And as I look back over my life and over the past year, there's been quite a few things that have happened, a lot of changes that have happened. And I reflect back and I see something that I didn't spend a lot of time thinking about, and that is leadership. Because in the process of adjusting and modifying and, redesigning our life, I personally had to show some leadership. And interestingly, when doing that, it's not that things are not scary. It's not that you have all the answers. It's not that you know where you're going. is that you're trusting in something. And for me, it was trusting in God and trusting that He had me. And so with that, I was able to have leadership as I led my family, in a new role. As I led my family, I was able to know God has me. I got you. you know, God has me. I got you. I'm going to take care of you. And along the way, our needs will be met. The provision will be given. And, I recall a time where I said, nothing changes. And this was pretty much at the beginning of our new journey. I said, nothing changes. The same goals that we had previously are the goals that we have right now. And yes, we lost people along the way. We lost some provision. We lost some support. We lost some love, I suppose. We lost some things along the way. But the journey, the destination remains the same. And the focus, the energy that we put into getting where we are going remains the same. So yes, we're modifying some things. Things don't look like they used to look at all, but we're still heading to the same place. And what I learned in that is my ability to lead, and under duress. And when I look back, it just gives me such confidence, because I know that though things change, my situation changes, my circumstances changes, I may not have everything that I once had, because I don't, but that's okay, because possessions and material things and fanfare comes and it goes, but the things that are in us, the things that we are made of, are the things that cannot be taken away. And so that's what I leaned on in all my trouble and all my distress and so forth, when things did not appear like I wanted to. This week I took a look at some of my old journals, and I was talking about the nightmare. And, I'm happy to report that I don't feel like it's a nightmare anymore. It's just something that I had to go through. And it's something that, God gave me the courage and the strength to endure and to come out, relatively unscathed. And like I said, I've taken hits, obviously, to my heart, to my finances, to everything, to my world. But yet I'm unscathed, and I find myself in a happy place and doubling down on where I am and some of the decisions I made, though they're hurtful and whatnot. I felt like it was necessary in order for me to grasp me. And so it just goes to say that the journey can be very difficult. It can be very challenging. You could want to give up along the way and throw in the towel. I can say without a doubt, there was a time where I was like, let's just go back to Egypt. Let's just turn around. The road is too challenging for me. But I'm grateful, and I thank God for the perseverance to move forward and to wear some things like a loose garment, so I could just let it go, from the big things to the small things. I was talking to my friend today, and I said, I didn't have a cutting board, for a while, and then finally I went and I just got one at the Dollar Tree, and I was like, but I have a cutting board now. I said, but it's all good, because there are a lot of things that I once had and that I'm reestablishing right now, but I don't have any reservations, regrets. I feel like I've done the right thing for Sheila. So if it means I lose material things along the way, or I have to get some essential items all over again at this ripe old age, and that's what I'll do, because we're going somewhere and we're getting there and we're achieving it, and it puts things in perspective as to what is important, what is valuable. And the question is, what is valuable? Peace is valuable. Absolutely. Peace is valuable. Is a ring valuable? Is a diamond valuable? Is a car valuable? Is a house valuable? It's not more valuable than your peace. And essentially that amounts to your happiness. And so another thing that I was posting this week is I look forward to season 2. Like, I've been at this for a while and it's just getting better. So stay tuned, because there's greater things to come. And I was talking to a friend, and I was talking about the things that I have planned for later in this year and the things I want to do for my son and so forth. And I was asked, what are you going to do to get more money? And I was like, I don't know. I haven't thought that far. But in my soul, deep down, I know this is going to happen and we're going to do it. And that's through faith, God's grace and faith and favor. And He's going to make a way. All the things that I've done over the last year, I did not know how I would do it, how I would achieve it, where the provision would come from. But again, just like the children of Israel, they wanted to go back to Egypt, but they also received provision along the way. And the reason they wanted to go back is because they didn't really know that this provision was going to come along the way. But the provision comes as you go on your journey, as you do what you are destined to do. Things come to you to help propel you forward. That's why you can't turn back. So it's just trusting God. So though I have these great ambitions and things that I want to do this year, I don't know exactly where my provision is coming from, but I trust that come September, we'll be doing exactly what I am forecasting, because my God is a great provider and He takes care of His children. And again, He's got me. And so I want you all to be encouraged that what is important is that you follow your journey, that you do the things that you need to do, that you stay focused on the results, the outcome that you're looking for. I don't know how it all ends, but I do know the journey is important, and being present in the journey is important. And the provision will come along the way, as well as the insight and the revelation. So we just have to stay focused, and we will achieve an outcome that we are looking for. Just make sure that in the process you're caring for yourself. You may not have everything you need or you want, but certainly I believe you have the provision of everything that you need. So just stay focused on the journey, focus in the process, love yourself, care for yourself. I spend a lot of time exercising and hiking, because my mind a lot of times is racing, and the hiking just gives me an outlet to where I'm not thinking, I'm just working, I'm doing something, I'm outdoors and I'm breathing and I'm getting fresh air and vitamin D, and that's part of my care for myself. Because if I were in the house, I'd be thinking about what I need to do, plotting, thinking what I should be doing. Like I told you, when I get restless and I'm, oh my God, I should do this, that, or whatever. But take care of yourself, do what you need to do, whether it's getting outside, away from the noise, getting a massage, anything that frees you, anything that helps you to be you. I was talking to a friend, and she told me, she said, you make things look easy. And part of it is that you got to do what you have to do. For me, there is first of all, there's not anyone to fall back on. I have to fall back on me right now. And so God has given me the strength to persevere, to move forward. So making it look easy is nothing more than God having me and me trusting in Him. And those are the two things. The themes of this message is just, I got you. And whether it be in a relationship, if a man tells you he has you, I'm sure it gives a certain degree of comfort and confidence that he's got you. I don't think a man would say it without having thought about it, you know. So whether it's God, he's told us that he's got us. Um, you know, family members um, can demonstrate this through their actions. Like I know my mom, I know she's always got me through whatever it is. She's behind me and supporting me and giving provision or whatever, food, and wanting to feed me or whatever the case may be. She's got me. So I just hope that in your tribe you have someone that you likewise can count on, who's got you, who loves you, who supports you, who gives you the emotional support that you need. Because as I've learned over the last year or so, like, emotional support is one of the hugest things that you can have. I've gone through some challenging times emotionally, and I've had friends come and say, do you need a hug? And just come by to give me a hug and to support me and to pretty much love on me and say, you got this, and give me a pep talk and give me the reassurance I need to know that I can persevere. Because of course, like all of us, we all get weary from time to time. We all need to have someone we can lean on, someone who says, I got you. So when you're weak, someone that can be strong for you and can lift you up and to tell you it's going to be okay and that the future looks bright and that all things are really working together for your good. Just if you can get through this rough patch here, things are going to be all right. Be encouraged. And that's that I got you spirit, and something that I think we all need in our life. So if you don't have someone in your life who's got you, someone who's had similar experiences and knows what it feels like to go through certain things, I encourage you to find your tribe. It may be here, it may be here with me, because, I've gone through relationship things and familial issues and issues with boundaries and trying to establish boundaries and get folks to respect them and, stand my ground, and whoo, geez, it is not an easy journey. So if you need support along that path, here I am. I'm here for you. I'm here. That's because that's what we're doing. Like I told you, this is all real time. I'm working through it, taking the hits, the bumps and the bruises or whatever, bobbing and weaving and adjusting to make this thing work. So if it's here, come here, sit with me, and let's talk about it. But certainly don't want to. I'll say this in a sense: guard yourselves. There are imposters out there, and we don't want to get caught up with imposters. Those who come and present like they're the real deal, but deep down they're not. You want to be cautious and careful and discerning. Very important. Never let go of that, no matter what chemistry or whatever you might have. Make sure that you are discerning in all of your relationships and all the people that you allow into your life. It's important. It's important. And so, and finally, let's not be passive, but let's be assertive in designing this life and developing this tribe and this network of folks who love and support you. And, just doing everything we can to be empowered, to be victorious, to be a leader in our life, and to not be distracted, to be strong, to be courageous. I mean, it's easy to be passive and go with the flow. It's more challenging to go against what's expected when what is expected is that you acquiesce and go along and be a good whatever, but to stand up for yourself, to be heard, to love yourself, to care for yourself, to not lose yourself, to focus not only on loving other people, but loving yourself and what makes you happy. Because, like I said early on, it's just like an airplane, with the oxygen mask. You have to put yours on first before you can take care of anyone. So remember to make sure that you're taking care of yourself so you can love you and love others more completely and better. And it'll make us all better and our relationships much better when we are healed and we take the time to care for ourselves. And that's what I want to leave you with. I hope that you're caring for yourself, you're affirming it in this new year. Don't forget, if you go to Lone Wolf Bodywear and use the promo code Lovin Sheila or podcast, you'll get our Lovin Me t-shirt or tank for just $10 plus shipping and handling. And I encourage you to do so. I think, it's a great affirmation just to have on your chest, just to know and focus on it and remind yourself, because the cares of this world can crush you. It can allow you to focus on everything but you. It can allow you to be assertive about everything but your own personal happiness. And we need to be assertive about our personal happiness, our joy, our peace. If we're not, I want to know who will. So take some leadership in that area and take care of yourself. Be a leader in that area. Not only have someone else to say, I got you, but say it to yourself, I got you. So while you're protecting your children, your mother and father, your husbands and wives, protect yourself, protect your heart. Say, I got you. I'm going to take care of you. I'm not going to leave you. I'm going to keep you safe. With me is a safe place. And so that's something to affirm to yourself. And so I am trying to start this book, and maybe if I tell you all about it, maybe I'll go ahead and get started on this Miseducation of the Negro by Carter G. Woodson. So I've had this for about 2 months now. I have failed to start it, but I understand it's a good read, so I want to get on it because in this new year, we want to educate ourselves in so many different ways, not just in psychological self-help and wellness and healthy diets and whatnot, but also just being informed. And another thing I started this year was wall Pilates in addition to my workout. We'll see how that goes, because I definitely know that I've reached some type of block, and I want to move forward. So like in anything, when you feel like you've reached a block, you feel like you've gone as far as you can with something you've been doing, we can enhance it. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. Just enhance it, enhance my workout, enhance my strength. I'm working on, that's another thing I want to do. I don't have resolutions, but in 2024, I definitely want to increase my strength, my physical strength. And I'm working on all these things. I want to do it emotionally, mentally, physically, and whatever else. So improve my strength. So Sheila, I got you. I'm working on it. I'm moving forward. We're going to do this. I hope you're joining me. I hope you're looking at every aspect of your life and thinking of how you can get stronger and how you can get better, because that's what I'm aiming to do, and I hope so many of you are too. It's only for our growth and empowerment and evolution. Remember, if you are not evolving, you're evaporating, said a wise man. So until the next Lovin Sheila, the podcast, goodbye, and I'll see you next time. Peace.